Buckle in, Cringe Lords. Season 2, Episode 5 is starting now. And if you thought you knew what was coming next, you might want to redo that comb over. Because CringePony TV is moving into mid-season. And tonight, I'll be taking you on the roller coaster of MMO entertainment to put the kids to bed and settle in to a comfy spot as we neigh all night long. And remember, CringePony TV is completely funded by you. So use your generous super chats to get us to goal tonight for bonus cringe at the end of the episode. Now, let's go. If your pants are on fire and your gym slides are dire, if your boxers are a pyre, MMOs are not required. If you found a body in your room, someone met their doom, they need to go to the tomb. Don't let your game resume. I just need you to absorb and know that during these times, don't MMO. If you have a dagger to your neck, don't try to tank a raid and flex. Don't try to go to your trainer and respect. Don't try to patch or do a ball check. If you're choking on a chicken bone and you cry for help but you're all alone, you need light, a gravestone. Let your static know you have to postpone. If there is a snake eating your arm and you know your life is in harm, you need to sound the alarm. You don't need to try to CC or charm. If you found out you got the clap and your general doctor says, oh snap, and now he has a hammer coming for your lap, it's not the time to try to hit level cap. Hope you learn from this audio, and I know it's hard to just know, but with this knowledge I hope to bestow, there are just times you shouldn't MMO.
What are you cooking right now?
Corn?
Corn, 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 corn. So what are you cooking now?
Green beans?
Green beans, green beans, green beans, green beans, green beans, green beans. So what are you cooking now?
Mashed potatoes?
Mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes. So what are you cooking now?
Turkey.
Turkey! 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 Turkey!
Navi, where's your dad?
I'm pretty sure he's been standing outside naked all day.
Yes, my leaves are gone as I stand here naked on my lawn. Where is the sun's graceful dawn? Where are my seedlings and their spawn? Winter's here and I cry in pain. I got no foliage or no grain. Bark naked and snowy rain, and you ask me to work. It's insane. Do you see my bare naked limb? There is no warmth, it's looking grim. All my kin are looking trim, and you ask for chores on a whim.
He is made of plants,
Flat,
naked plants.
flat,
He's made of plants,
flat,
naked plants.
flat.
Winter is here,
It's here,
plant man is dying.
dying,
The snow has arrived, plant man is crying.
crying,
He can't wash the dishes because he is dying.
dying.
He can't clean the car because he is crying. Winter is here,
It's here,
plant man is dying.
dying,
The snow has arrived, plant man is crying.
crying. I can't believe my gardener has the gall me to take the sproutlings to the mall. Moving into winter, past the fall, but I still eat on that butterball. And I still try to stand really tall. Sure would help if you brought alcohol. I'm a plant, not a Neanderthal. I'm going through some withdrawals while you mortals are busy with football. I'm trying to survive this cold pitfall. If I don't stay strong, it's curtain call.
He is made of plants, a naked plant. He is made of plants, a naked plant. Winter is here, plant man is dying. The snow has arrived, plant man is crying. He can't wash the dishes because he is dying. He can't clean the car because he is crying.
CringePony TV is completely funded by you. Please consider using your super chat by clicking the money sign icon in chat and dropping a few bucks to help fund future episodes. If we hit gold tonight, there will be 3 bonus cringes at the end of the episode. So please consider donating to this show tonight with super chat or by joining the channel. And remember, every dollar feeds a puppet for a day. Thank you for keeping CringePony on the air. Oh my goodness, merchandise for your favorite CringePony TV characters is here. Plantman, MMO Cop, and more. The link to the Napalm loot store is in the description, so go see if there is some cringe gear just for you. Traveling with the dwarven lady on a mountain trail, mob looked like zombie. I met a dwarven lady, she made me nervous. She took me in and lifted up her blouse, and she said, have you seen the beard down under, where dwarf wear clothes and men plunder? Can you smell the chowder? You better run, you better take cover. I am bred from a dwarf invader. She was 3'4" and no underwear. I said, do you speak my language? She just smiled and showed me her hairball sandwich. And she said, have seen my beard down under, where beer does flow and then chunder. Take a smell the chowder. You better run, you better take cover. Yeah. Meeting in a camping theater with Harry John, not much to say. I said to the dwarf, are you trying to pimp me? Because I think my level 20. And she said, have you seen my beard down under, where dwarf wear clothes and men plunder? Can you smell the chowder? You better run, you better take cover. A big beard down under, women glowing and in plunder. Can you smell the chowder? You better run, you better take cover. Looking at a beard down under, We'll go close and then plunder. And you smell the chowder. You better run, you better take cover. We'll go close and then plunder. Can you smell the chowder?
It's gonna be so bad.
Oh, what are we doing, guys?
I might die today.
Oh,
I went in, I got with a lawyer and actually had my will written out.
well,
Orange chip, and then they put blue food coloring all over it or something, so it made it greenish.
Smells like crap, dude. I'm not looking
Yeah.
at
mine,
taste.
look
I
at this.
smelled it.
Mine's like a
Mine's a little
like
broken
a stack. I got like a stack I'm gonna have to eat.
Oh,
Alright.
it's broken. Yeah, mine is pretty much whole, but a little.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I think maybe a piece broke off.
Oh
somewhere.
god.
too. Yeah, mine's 2 pieces. it
How
looks
long
like.
do we go?
Oh man.
All right,
We're screwed.
guys, you ready?
Oh man.
Oh no.
Let's do it. Let's count down. 3,
Okay.
2, 1, go.
Yo. Dude.
Man, that's hot.
Oh, my lips.
Wow, it's hot.
Oh, have you swallowed it yet?
Yep, I already got the hic. Already got the hiccups.
Dude, it turned my tongue blue as a mother. Blue as a mother.
Oh my god, it's so hot.
Oh, man. I got a little blue in my teeth.
Dude.
I like chewed it into a liquid, dude. Ugh.
Woo!
This is intense. Dude, my lips are burning and I want to touch them with my hands so bad, but I know that's a bad idea.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh!
Dude.
It's hot.
Ugh. Look, Dave is, I got a tear coming down my face, guys.
Oh!
Ooh.
I'm done.
Woo!
Dave already drank the milk.
We're gonna do it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I'm crying.
Me too, I got tears, I got snot. Oh, jeez. My throat.
My lips are on fire.
You know what the worst part is?
What?
Drinking does nothing. It made it work.
Oh, my whole face
Oh,
is
man.
tingling.
Dude, I read that some people can feel it coming out of their pee.
Stop. Oh. Dude, my whole face is tingling.
It sucks.
It's pretty awful.
I'm just trying. I have to focus on breathing. Or I feel like I might stop breathing and just pass out if I don't concentrate.
Does y'all's whole face feel like it's tingling like crazy?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Mine does.
Ugh. Feels like my face fell asleep.
I'm not dead. I'm not dead. I'm back.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that you weren't left. It's so hot that I didn't even notice you disappeared.
Ugh.
Who's the
Rolling
last one?
around no
Dave
joke.
Dave already lost.
And no joke was just rolling around on the floor. That's the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life.
I think I'm ready to start drinking.
Dude.
How you doing, Steve?
I'm trying to hold out. I held out this long.
Dude,
What is wrong with you, dude?
Steve's
You
winning.
drink.
Steve's winning. I had to. I was afraid I was gonna puke.
Oh,
Mine
you
was
drank
so
some
bad.
already?
It like clogged my nose up.
That means
Yeah,
I
you
can
already
drink.
won.
That
You
means
can
I
drink
won,
now.
right?
Yeah, you already won. You can drink
I'm
now.
drinking.
you win,
Oh
dude.
man, I can't believe I thought I was gonna go down first.
My aunt looks it looks pretty fun right there, don't it? Yeah. Why? Let's see. Well, we're a man, you know. Oh no! Oh, you see that? What is that? What is that? What's GPU? You know what I mean? Oh, I can't even read all that in time, you know? Shit. I ain't no scientist. Yeah, I'm always down variable. Yep. I better have him Budweiser. I can't. I don't know if he's talking to me or what, but I ain't heard a word he's saying. What in the world is that? Dang, I just walk right in their door. Man, I must be family, you know what I mean? What do we got here? Hold on, it's gonna take me a minute, alright? Let's see here, well, yep. Okay. I got about 10% of that. I'm not sure what it means by the WASD keys. The WASD keys. We'll figure that out. You know what? Let's get a little crazy. Oh my gosh. Yo, what the? Oh my goodness. That ain't good. Whoops. Better get out of here.
CringePony TV is completely funded by you. Please consider using your super chat by clicking the money sign icon in chat and dropping a few bucks to help fund future episodes. If we hit gold tonight, there will be 3 bonus cringes at the end of the episode. So please consider donating to the show tonight with super chat or by joining the channel. And remember, every dollar feeds a puppet for a day. Thank you for keeping CringePony on the air.
I can't remember where the bank is. And this is ice, so be careful when you 2020 build.
Oh no! I just made a bad mistake.
Alright, I
just did something dumb.
What'd you do?
I was playing on the ice.
Did you fall?
I fell. I'm gonna try to find my way out of here.
I do not know if there's a way up. Yeah.
I do see. I'm gonna try to figure out if I can get out of here.
As of April 2020, that were all completely different. We had like a Minotaur. Like, yeah, I know they've.
Well, guys, I'm in trouble. I can't get out of here. It's the only way up is to go through Icewell Keep, and I've snuck in to see, and nope, that's red. So I don't know if I should just.
I was just gonna get you feel better.
Now.
From my point of view, this is just a blank room.
Hang on, there's Bounty. Let me get Bounty back.
I am here. I'll climb up here so you can see me a little better. I'm up against the wall now. I can see Sparrow peeking a little bit. So I'm near Sparrow. If you see her, I can see Sparrow now. You see me up against the wall over here?
Oh, I do see you. Okay.
Hello.
Hello,
my friends.
Nate, Bounty, can you cast anything on him from there?
Jarrett said he's going to try to come get me on his druid.
Trank and door. Let's see if I can cast.
Sorry. I was just playing on the ice. I was just trying to have a little fun.
Oh, there he is.
Heal.
I know better than.
Oh yeah, I just healed him.
Oh, nice.
Nathan, jump down and hit the floor and see if you can still cast any when you're on the floor.
Yeah, that's a good point because that's where I would die at. What about now?
Yeah, you would die down there.
Let's say here.
If Jared can get you, that would probably really.
Well, no, I know this is just a.
It's for science.
Oh, Carl says they've already tried this before and it's too far to be rezzed. Guys, I'm so sorry. I will never try to have fun on P99 again. My bad.
What?
I don't know what I thought I was doing. Can I really?
Think I thought.
No.
Come on. Come on, jump.
You gotta want it. You gotta float.
You gotta like go on.
You gotta want it. You gotta close your eyes and think happy thoughts.
I gotta
think light thoughts.
And I gotta believe in
Picture
myself.
yourself as a helium balloon.
Hang on.
Float up.
Hang on.
Little dwarf legs
maybe I can
so
walk over
hard.
to that snow ledge. Come on.
I've almost got you beat, Nathan, because it's not the same. But here's what happened the other day. So you know, in Warcraft, in Classic, you can turn on click to move. So I usually have that.
He's doing it. He's doing it.
Dude, I'm close. Now maybe I can make it to that one. And then
Come on now.
I don't know. I don't think that's possible. I'm gonna try. Go. I believe in you, dwarf. Go.
If you look up, you won't fall.
If he makes this, are we gonna slough this off this magic thing that happened without the druid
you
again?
almost made it.
Almost, guys. I was so close. I could see you guys.
Just use Origin.
See if it works.
You're still there.
Yep.
You look like you're still there.
Yep. You are missing the tooth of the Great Divide.
Oh no!
I was literally just. I was just saying that and say.
$10,000 people crowd to the wind. They're hoping that I stop and just bend. Wanna stick a finger up my rear end, but the puppet on hand I descend. I ain't never gonna play fractured again. I wanna thank you all that attend, and a very special thanks to those I offend. Take a cannibal and a dad and blend. The cringe is growing, even if it's snowing. Plant man is ongoing, my wife is elbowing. You're here for the showing, MMO cup is glowing. You know where this is going, CringePony is growing. We took the cringe and you were weaned. It's Plant Man dancing and made you scream. And now we were growing all cringe fiends. It all started when you were quarantined. You say I've gone mad, but I've always been this way. Shooting out spores and nipple rays. Take you for a ride on Cringe Airway. When I say pony, you all neigh. The cringe is growing, even if it's snowing. Plant Man is ongoing, my wife is elbowing. You're here for the showing, MMO cup is glowing. You know where this is going, CringePony is growing.
Yes, the new Pokemon came out. Let's play it.
What did you just say? Did you say new Pokemon? Give me that.
Hey!
Hey!
Give it back!
Dad gets it first.
I'm in the middle of something!
Dad,
Dad!
you're in the middle about to play the new Pokemon. You know I love Pokemon. Come on,
I
now.
love it more!
I'll let you play tomorrow.
I'll let you play tomorrow. I've already set up my account.
I have to stream tomorrow. Let me have it. How to get my Pokemon. Come on, give it to me.
Give it back!
Give it to me.
Hey! Knock it off down there! You better not be fighting over that stupid game!
You see what you did? You did this, you uncultured swine!
Give me the controller now. I'm your dad.
I'm a child. You shouldn't even like Pokemon. This is a kid's game.
Don't you try to pull that card on me. You know I love Pokemon. It's bullcrap. I'm gonna go buy another Switch.
There's no reason for families to be torn apart anymore. Introducing the Pokemon Bundle Pack. Pick up an extra Switch and you're good to go. Because here at Nintendo, we care about family.
Give it back!
Winter, I cleaned the dishes. Hey, I just washed some dishes. Where's my reward for the quest? Hey, I didn't get a reward. Are you serious right now? I just washed a whole mug. No reward for that? That's why I don't do quests. That's why I don't do live quests.
God is good. What's up, everybody? I'm going to fix the camera so you guys can see everybody here because we've got even more people tonight than normal.
God is good, Nathan. And with each new episode of CringePony brings us to a week closer to the rise of to the launch of Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. I still don't know how you do that.
The rise of the launch.
Yeah, the rise of the launch. It's Pantheon. It's an MMO talk show. What's up, everybody? My name is Daimlos. Welcome to Post Cringe, the beating of a dead pony. Welcome, y'all. This is a show, if you've not been here before, that we take questions to our guest panel here, and we keep growing with each week. We keep gaining more people that want to show up at midnight and talk about some bullshit. And that's what we do here. So, and of course, Nathan's channel, not bullshit, and Steven's, and now Dave's as well. So welcome everybody. Here is everybody. Now that we're in the camera, we've got Steven from Steven's Magic Castle here, always joining us here since season 2. Our newcomer, we've got Dave. Wave hi to the people, Dave. Yeah, what's up? And then, of course, we are hosted by the one that needs no introduction, the vengeful paladin of Pantheon himself, Nathan NAPALM. What's up?
What's up, guys? Yeah. So, another episode 5 is now in the books. This one had a little bit more. I've never done more than one recap, but we had a lot of events this week. There was a lot that had to go in there in this episode.
Yeah, this was a very channel-heavy episode. So a very busy week this week for the channel. So that's always a good thing. So and that's what we do here. We recap the show. The other part of it is we ask questions. So this is an audience participation. This is live, just in case you didn't notice. Please tag my name at Daimlos in the window, and I will do my best to read your question to any of these three gentlemen. And they all have many things to say tonight. So except for Steven, he's just sitting there trying to reflect on his epic win.
Yeah. The champion Steve, you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I will start off with the first question. This is softball. You know, we have Thanksgiving this week. So, what is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Can be a main, can be a side, whatever it is you want. What's your favorite? Dave, you're new. You're going first, buddy.
Dave, you're muted or something.
Oh, he is muted. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my bad. I was forcing my children to do stuff and muted it. It's probably a toss-up. It's hard, but probably stuffing and cornbread pudding.
He is a big stuffing guy.
Oh, stuffing is good. Yeah, stuffing's really good, especially with the gravy. You gotta get that turkey gravy in there. Now that's delicious.
All right, Nathan, you're next. What do you got?
Well, the episode today probably gave it away. I am a turkey guy, all about that turkey. I'm responsible for the turkey actually on Thanksgiving, and I wrap it in bacon. I get the bacon all up under the skin. You know, I love turkey, man. Turkey is delicious, but but there's something I hate about turkey too. It makes you sleepy.
Falling asleep.
And I hate being tired. I'm still like a little kid where they get pissed off that they're tired. So I don't like that part, but I allow it once a year because turkey's freaking delicious. Especially what I like to do is when the turkey's done, you got all that broth in the bottom. Use some of it for the stuffing, right? But then I just get a bowl of it and I just dip my turkey down in that ridiculously high cholesterol, buttery turkey juices goodness. So good.
Sounds delicious. Steven, last but not least.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, it's not turkey. I'm not big on turkey. It's rare somebody cooks turkey perfectly, I feel like. But I know it's gonna sound crazy, but dude, I'm a big fan of when people make deviled eggs, dude. I get into
it. Buddy, you're speaking my language, buddy.
Dude, like, if you invite me to your Thanksgiving, you're making deviled eggs, you better have made a lot of them.
Those things slide right down.
If you put them out, if Steve's around before the food starts, they'll be gone.
They are good. I do admit that deviled eggs are good. Yeah, that's a classic. What's the red stuff they put on top? Does anybody but...
Paprika.
That's what that is? Oh,
yeah.
Didn't know that.
That's what I usually make for my family.
Powders.
I have no idea how to make it. My wife knows how to make it.
They're a pain in the ass, but so
it's like really simple, but it's annoying to make. Or else I'd just make them all the time.
Well, mine is definitely this. Actually, I'm going to take a step back. This is my absolute favorite holiday. Fuck everything else. Thanksgiving is the best holiday. Why? Because one, it's not commercialized. There's no buying present under the Christmas tree. There's no Easter egg hunt. There's none of that bullshit.
You just have to make food.
You just make food.
Make the food.
You hang out with your family. You have some love. Maybe you have some arguments, and you go home and you're happy, and you got the belly full of food, and you're happy. There's no greater holiday than this holiday. So I also call this holiday beige food holiday because literally everything on your plate is either beige or it gets turned to beige because you put gravy on it. So it's beige food holiday, but my all-time favorite is the green bean casserole. But it must be made with cream of chicken soup. Don't put that cream of mushroom bullshit in there.
I'm with
Don't
you.
Put that
Yeah.
cream of celery bullshit in there. It must be chicken. So that's my favorite thing.
I remember last Thanksgiving over at Dave's house, the green bean casserole went in the floor. Remember that?
Oh, dude, that sucked.
Right when it was ready.
A little got saved.
We
got
we
saved.
woke up to a raw turkey one morning. Like, we bought a roaster and we were going to slow roast it all night. And it was a brand new roaster. You know, everything's working good. I went to bed. Woke up the next morning early to check on it. And the roaster had broken in the middle of the night. And so it was just a raw turkey in there. And, you know, my wife grabbed it up, with the turkey still in it, went to wherever she bought it, don't remember, and threw like a fit because they're like, it's Thanksgiving, we got limited staff, there's no managers. She was like, no, you're gonna give me a roaster, give me a turkey right now. And we ended up still being able to get getting the turkey and all the sides done. And I think we ended up eating by like 1 or 2 o'clock. So
that's a nightmare. That's a nightmare story. I'm super glad I've never hosted. Have any of you ever like done the full on hosting of that?
Me.
No, I've not. No.
Gross. That just doesn't sound like any fun to me at all.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is always just us. Yeah.
Well, my dad used to have to do it Thanksgiving before he moved. Was insane.
It would get crazy. You want to talk about fights? It was like,
I've been to your dad's
the minute
Thanksgiving
family
before.
started showing up.
Yeah,
it was an all-out war.
It's delicious food, though. It's worth it. It's worth it. See,
worth it.
I think it's pretty typical that families get in a fight on Thanksgiving. It's just very stressful. The food.
It's always about politics too.
And you're hungry. You know, you're hungry. Everybody has to wait a little longer to eat on Thanksgiving because, like, you're waiting for that final few dishes to get ready, and so you're cranky, you're hangry, and when it's meant. I just feel like that's part of Thanksgiving.
And then you have to sit there and wait for the elderly and disabled to get their food first, and you're watching.
It really is. It really is part of Thanksgiving. The arguments, the family fights is part of Thanksgiving.
It's part of it. And then, but by the end, everybody's back to being like, you know, after they eat and it starts digesting a bit, everybody's happy again. Everything gets back to normal.
Well, they're all falling asleep at that point.
yeah, it's a turkey.
He's knocked them out.
Have you guys seen that old SNL skit where the
wine where they're putting turkey in the wine?
Guys walking around putting turkey.
It's like the new roofie.
Yeah, used as a roofie in women's wine. That was hilarious. It's like a whole chicken or a whole turkey leg just sticking out of her glass. It's a classic. That's a classic.
Oh, okay. Well, we had a question in the CringePony audience, so. We've got our good friend Graham, who has asked Steven, how much do you write on the current episodes of CringePony?
Not a lot. So keep in mind, you know, this CringePony is Nathan's show, and my contribution to it is, I don't know, maybe like 3 to 5%. Like, it's small.
You are selling yourself way short.
As far as writing goes, though, it's like as of right now, we haven't really sat down and written something out. Often, what happens is we'll be having a conversation and we'll shoot around ideas. I'm like, here's an idea of something you might want to try or whatever, you know. So it's just a small.
I will say this. The last 2 Cringe or MMO Cops and the rest of the trajectory of MMO Cop was because of the conversation me and Steve had. Like, he inspired that trajectory of where MMO Cop started getting completely absurd, that led to One Punch Killer punching helicopters out of the sky and all that. That was a conversation we had right after a CringePony, actually. And he was like, dude, you know, like, here's the direction I like to see MMO Cop. I think it'd be hilarious. And so the MMO Cop right now is a big, huge part of the conversation me and Steve had. So I'll say that. And then what usually ends up happening with Steve is, like, he'll send me things that he's made, and I will typically, like, pick from it, right? I'll cherry pick out of it what I think, because me and Steve have our sense of humor sometimes goes too far, and it's hard for us to gauge, like, what's too far and what's not. That's why there's some CringePony episodes where people get pissed off because I went a little too far. It's hard to gauge that. So I'll try to gauge his, and my wife usually helps me gauge mine. Sometimes she's not available, though, and some stuff slips through.
Well, in the same fashion, I think this is a good time to talk about Dave as well. Dave, welcome to the show, of course. And he had his not debut because he's been in a couple things before. He was in the Urethra. Didn't you play?
No, he wasn't in that.
Oh shit!
I don't think he's actually ever been on CringePony yet.
No. He wore some really tiny shorts on something.
Oh no, he is right. He was on CringePony season 1. It was the one where the workout episode. It was the sweat and balls.
Oh, sweat and balls.
Yes.
Was on there.
Yes,
that's right.
You're right.
I forgot that was on
I
here.
forgot Dave was already on the show too, but he was. He was.
You
on
are
Sweat and
welcome.
Balls.
Yep, that's it.
Which I had to cut. I had to cut the ending out of that. By the way, there's actually more.
The CringePony lore keeper here. I definitely nothing gets by me.
I'm like, what?
But Dave, you definitely had a part on this one too. You had your own little skit there too. Please explain to me one, of course, where your inspiration for wanting to be on this episode or where that came from, but also two, why do all of you fucking have mullet wigs at
It's
your
a
houses?
long history,
Is
dude.
it like
we've always
is it a
had mullet wigs.
tradition?
Dude, we've always had mullet wigs. As soon as we got our first job,
It's
as soon
true.
as we got our first job and had our own money, one of the first purchases we made was a mullet wigs.
We've always had mullet wigs.
We've always
and,
had them.
and for some reason, we used to always do skits like these little. I remember Steve back when they were in high school. They had their video cameras and we'd do these dumb skits, and there was always ones where we played like these ridiculous rednecks.
Oh yeah,
because we were from the South, so it was.
We were around
hilarious
people
to
like
us.
that. We were around people like that. Like we were.
That makes me wish we still had that video of Dave on the crutches, the original "Getting On Down to Georgia" thing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
There was this video forever with him on crutches, and he was really on crutches for real, but he had the mullet.
Yeah,
wig on.
I just had knee
dancing
surgery.
around, getting on down to Georgia.
He was dancing. He was doing stuff that if his doctor would have seen.
Oh yeah, I would have been in trouble.
Yes, I remember that.
But yeah, the whole skit art. I guess I just make videos as Ricky because it's characters or people that I've actually, I've been around people like that a lot in my life, and to me, there's just something hilarious about it. No offense to them, but
I hear you. I mean, it's the
It's just
reason why the
funny.
movie Joe Dirt was originally popular.
I mean,
I would say
because there's a lot of those people, believe it or not, a lot.
I'd say a little offense to those people, a little bit.
Well, they're probably or they'll see that and they'll be like, oh, hey, that's one of us. They won't even know.
Yeah,
they might not even know.
Not even
Like,
know.
hell yeah.
Like, I love that Ricky guy.
Well, Ricky knows what's up.
He drinks Budweiser. We're on the same wavelength.
Very funny stuff. Very funny stuff. We appreciate your contribution. Of course, your friendship with Nathan. Like, I think the more brains that we have on this, the more eyes that we have on this, it can only get better, right? Like, the more people that are bringing input into the show, just like Nathan said, after show, we had the conversation where we had to keep the same thing going on MMO Cop for over and over for One Punch Man. One
Punch Killer.
One Punch Killer. Thank you. So it's super important that we get more brains, more input. It just is only going to make this show better. So really appreciate that. And please, you have a gaming channel. Please feel free to pimp it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just actually started one because I stay at home, so I have a lot of free time. So I play a lot of games. So I pretty much do everything, just weird stuff from, sports games to MMOs to cheesy indie horror games that are horrible. So
it's called Bears Den
Gaming.
Yeah. There's a link in the
funny that you
description.
all know it.
There's a link in
Yes,
the description.
thank you.
For Steve and Dave's channels.
Winter in the chat made a good point, though. We all kind of have like the same hair and beard look going on.
I really haven't changed my hair much in my entire life. I will.
Me neither. So it's fun. I've been rocking this forever.
Yeah.
Same.
This is just kind of what
It's
my
just
hair
us.
just kind of looks like. My wife trims it up, and then because I don't know if you guys know this or not, but my wife is a professional. What's the real word? What are they called? Anybody know?
Necromancer.
Necromancers?
She's a professional
Beardmancers?
No, what's it called? The hair.
Cosmetologist?
when you go to school for hair.
A cosmetologist.
Cosmetologist, that is it. Yeah. For some reason, when you said cosmetologist, I was thinking of like outer
You're
space.
like, no, that's a mage.
No, she doesn't work for NASA.
That's a mage.
That's a mage class.
It's not a cosmetologist. But yeah, so she went to school for that. So she trims it up, and yeah. So
nice.
And this,
I need a trimming.
I need a trimming. I need a trimming
over here.
Why don't you go down to the library, check out your book on Cosmos, and go play a fucking mage.
Go play a dang mage. Go play a damn mage if you don't like it.
Oh, it's so good, so good. Well, thanks so much, Dave. Really appreciate you. I know there's a big topic at hand that we will get into. I promise we will get into it. But before we do, I definitely want to talk about the most outrageous song Nathan has ever made.
You think so? You think that was the most outrageous?
Do you not?
The dwarven female good song?
Like I said, it's hard for me to gauge.
Yeah.
I think that when I was writing it and I was doing the line about the smell, I was thinking like this might be too much. I'm not sure. But I had to do it. So dude. I had to do it.
It wasn't too much for the channel.
No,
like this is what we do. This is what we've come here for. But we are definitely doing some boundary pushing, and I appreciate it very much. So keep it up. That's exactly what we need here. Obviously it's midnight. There's not any kids up. And honestly, it's probably going to go over their head for the most part. So
I would hope so.
It's exactly what's in just a kind of a more exaggerated version of what they put in like Disney and Pixar films. The humor for adults. It goes over the kids' heads, and it's totally fine, and it makes for a great show, and keeps the adults coming back too. So but no, this was great. Definitely pushing the envelope, and I really appreciate that. Maybe that'll get us a streamy. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. A streamy.
Stay away from the chowder children.
Sparrow agrees that it rates pretty high on the cringe. Sparrow actually is a pretty good gauge of mine too, but the problem is that Sparrow can only tell me after it's too late. She'll be like, "Yeah, that was a little much. That was a little much," and I'm like, "Okay."
So since this episode was pretty blended, we had a lot of channel stuff going on. We had a lot of CringePony stuff going on. I definitely wanted to bring up P99.
Yeah.
How was it? How was going back from the gloriousness that is Thornblade, going back to P99? How did you feel?
Dude,
how was it for you?
It was pretty rough, man. I'm not gonna lie. I just normally when I'm playing on P99 before I played on TLP, and now I saw a fast experience, etc. I used to, like, every few kills I'd be looking, I'd see that tiny little smidge move up on my experience bar, and be like, oh, sweet, moving along. But when we played last Friday, I only opened it, like, once an hour, because I was like, it's just going to hurt my feelings. I'm not going to look. But I tell you what, I'm interested. I'm not going to try it, but I'm interested if that still exists in EverQuest. If you fall off there, do you actually get stuck still, or did they add a little ramp or something? Because that's outrageous that you can fall in that pit and you are screwed. Like, that's it.
I'm trying to think. I'm certain that I've fallen down there, but
you could, if you're high enough level,
gate it out or something.
Yeah, if you can gate out, or if you're high enough level, you can run through Icewell Key.
Sure.
But I was not. I ran in, the first mob just took a big chunk, half my experience. I was like, or half my health. I was like, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, so that was pretty funny that I got stuck down
Why
there.
didn't that druid just punt you out? There was a druid there that was trying to get you to Great Divide. Why didn't they just...
Well, it's P99. It takes a while to get there. And then when he did finally get there, he did try to get me... I don't know where he was trying to get me somewhere really close, right? I don't know where he was trying to do, but I didn't have the tooth that I needed. So it didn't work.
Yeah,
and
Great
then
Divide.
Then he had to come all the way back, and then we ran all the way back there.
I wrote this in your chat, but you didn't read it. It's fine. You don't need to read everything I put. I promise. I'm not butthole hurt or anything. But I did put in there, where you don't need a tooth to get to the Great Divide at. That's right. Thornblade.
Yeah. I figured that. I was like, yeah, this is definitely a P99 thing.
That's so ridiculous. I mean,
man.
I get it.
Look.
Yeah, we do need to talk about Playman.
Dude, Playman was the best.
Lesson of the day, though, on that P99 thing is, you're allowed to have fun in P99 as long as it's not experimental. Don't be experimental on P99. Don't do it. You will suffer. You will suffer.
The game is brutal.
It's brutal.
It's not brutal anymore, or as brutal as it used to be. But P99 is brutal. I mean, there were people talking in chat about how they would be in Velks for 8 hours, remember? And they were pulling spiders the whole time, and they'd still end up with negative experience for the day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
If you are with stupid people or do stupid things, you're done. That's
my poor
your
group.
level.
My poor group.
Yeah.
My poor group.
But you did get to see an awesome raid go on, too. That was pretty cool.
How cool was that, dude?
I've never done that one, so I have no idea what that was or what was going on.
I've never seen that before. I thought that was super cool, though. I think I'm gonna do some research on it because I have no idea what was going on. But there was dwarves flying all over the place and giants, and they were all attacking them, and they had some kind of strategy. Have no idea what they were doing, but that was super cool. I thought that was awesome.
That was awesome. So Steve's clamoring. When is Plant Man coming back? When are we going to get to see him again?
Well, I mean, it's just the days are getting darker for Plant Man. I mean, you saw
I love them verses.
Yeah, you guys
Me
saw
too.
how
Me too.
little leaves he had left. He just had that one little branch of leaves left in this episode.
What's going to happen to him? Oh my gosh!
And he may not survive. I mean, plants sometimes die in the winter. You know,
they do.
Sometimes they die. So we'll just
sometimes they're just fully naked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
There's also that.
Yeah, trees are definitely naked right now. Barely clinging on with a few leaves where I live, anyway.
I feel you. On my lunch break today, I went out and did the last of the yard work. We've already had like a little bit of snow, and it kind of melted off. But like, I need to get like 1 and 2 more bushes down and get them bagged up before it gets real nasty. So I'm feeling Plant Man on this one. It's death out there.
Dude, I just want to say too that like I actually really do hate the cold worse than anything. And today,
for sure,
I was almost done with CringePony, but I still had to like get the bonus cringe all ready to go. And we had not a single caffeinated drink in the house, right? And I was starting to get the headache because I went all day without one, right? And so I was like, okay, I just got to take a little bit of a break and go get like a Coke or something. So I went and got my wife, and we went out, and I had to go out in that cold at night. I don't know what temperature it was, but it might as well have been -80. It was freaking awful out there, and I thought I was going to die. It was awful. It was absolutely. And I was thinking, I'm serious about this. I would rather eat the one chip again than have to go out in that cold. It is freaking awful. I would.
Dude,
I really would. I really would.
It was 67 degrees here today, and it felt freezing.
Oh, I hate you.
Yeah, I wish.
Well, that's because usually where he lives, it's like 120 degrees outside of brutal.
It's true. So when it's like in the 60s here, it's freezing. It's
We were
weird.
talking a little bit about that last week, where those places in the South, they just don't have any like stuff to deal with winter weather or anything like that. So
yeah.
Well, I'm over in Southern California now.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Well, you'll never have to deal with that, so that's good.
Nope. No.
Well,
just
okay.
the heat.
We've got a huge topic, but I've got one more thing. We got to talk about one more thing before we get to the huge topic.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. So wait with me a little bit longer. We got to talk about Pokemon.
Oh.
What a great skit.
Yeah.
Nathan, that was a great skit, my man. That
Thank you.
is
Yeah, I loved
exactly how every adult out there feels with this game. We've all grown up with it. You know, it came out when I was still in high school, and I still play it to this day. And so I don't have any kids, but that is exactly how I'd be if I was having children. So really, really well done. And so how's that going for you so far?
I'm loving it, man. I love the new Pokemon. I think it's freaking fantastic. I'm actually going to stay up and have a really late night tonight and play a little more. Steve did try the multiplayer and said it was garbage. So I'm a little worried about that.
That is worrisome. Was it a raid battle?
No, I mean, that's whatever, you know what I mean?
That
But,
probably works
like,
fine, I bet.
That works just like it did in the other games. Or in Shield and Sword or whatever. The thing is like, it's when you bring somebody into your world or go into somebody else's world, right? You can't do there's nothing you can do together. You can't even do a battle together or anything like that.
Gross.
It's like completely pointless.
Yeah, it's just like you
So
can
it's an
see
MMO
them
without the quests?
without even getting to
Yeah,
really
like-
play together.
It's basically you can keep playing your single player campaign and progress in it, even though there's somebody in your world and they can progress their game while they're in your world too.
You can't team
But
up.
you can't do anything together.
Well, that's great.
It's very
It's like, what's the point?
I guess you could just run around together and, like, you know, just be like, hey, let's go
technically,
to this area and catch some Pokemon, look for shinies or something.
I mean, I could imagine it would be fun, maybe. Like, let's say I actually had a girlfriend or something like that these days, and she was into Pokemon, let's just say, and we both got the new Pokemon, and we wanted to, like, play together. We could technically start our game at the same time and run through the whole game together, right there in the game together, not assisting each other in any way, but, you know, it's kind of like you're playing a game together. It's like you're playing a single-player game
together,
but...
Which is kind of weird, to be honest.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
Yeah, that is
yeah,
weird.
I don't know
Dave,
about
you picked
that.
this up too, right?
What?
Did I pick it up?
Yeah.
Not yet.
I have not yet. I played the last one forever. I'm gonna get this one too. I just haven't grabbed it yet.
It's cool though. I mean, outside of that weird, if you forget about the multiplayer, just as a regular old Pokemon game, it's like the open world Pokemon game I always wish that it would go in the direction of. It's cool.
Yeah.
It is cool.
It is good.
The frame rate issues are there, but it's not like game breaking, and I don't even really care in a game like that if there's a little bit of frame rate, and they'll probably fix that.
I expect there
I
to
hope
be
so.
frame rate issues in console games. I'm just going to be honest. I just expect there might be some, right? Especially when they're really pushing the hardware, and this game is. I mean, ever since, like, the original Nintendo, Mario Brothers 3, you get a lot of crazy action going on. You're going to get some, you know, we didn't even know it was called frame rate back then. We just called it the game slowing down on me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It just is what it is, man.
Too much stuff on screen.
So my question is, does it perform the same on both the normal Switch and
Yes.
the OLED?
Yeah, because
it's the same hardware.
Same
in
hardware.
those. It's only a screen is the only difference.
Yep.
So stupid.
They
Little bit
need.
better.
We missed
They-
out on a Switch Pro.
They really missed out on that. That would have been fantastic. They would have made
I'm surprised they didn't
buckets
do
of
that.
money.
But I will say that the OLED, I do like the OLED.
I do too. I
It's
have
nice.
both. It is very
Nin-
nice. The screen
Nintendo
is much nicer.
Nintendo is that company though, where internally I really do believe they had a conversation about, hey, there's a chip shortage. We can do a Switch Pro. It's going to be like hard for people to find. It's not going to be like widely available, and it's going to be hard to find for a really long time. And I bet you at Nintendo they were like, let's not do that. That's not fair to the consumer.
Well, I also don't think Nintendo is a company that is in the place like Sony was,
Right.
where Sony was losing money on PS5 sales.
Right.
Whereas I don't think Nintendo could have afforded to lose money on every Switch sale.
Yeah, and I don't think they would have anyway. Even if we would have got a Switch Pro, it would have just been like 30
Yeah,
to
probably been
40% better than the regular.
Yeah.
So it would have been nuts.
It does generally seem like Nintendo doesn't put themselves in positions
financial
where they
risk.
can't deliver.
Yeah. Where they can't deliver too. Yeah, where they don't feel like the customer will be in a really
Like-
good position. They just won't do it.
Actually can't see Nintendo being like, yeah, let's put out a new Switch. There's going to be a shortage. People are going to be mad that they can't get them. Let's do it.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. When a YouTuber's talking good about Nintendo, that's crazy because they are not nice to content creators. They're just
No,
they want
I've heard
all
that.
your money. You know, they're like, oh, wait a minute, streaming our game.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Why are you making money on our game? That's our game. You know.
Yeah,
Well.
thanks a lot, Miyamoto.
Well, the time has come. It is time to talk about what the main event is, what we've all been here to talk about. Mortal Online 2. My goodness, guys, what a great game. That has to be the topic of the week. Mortal Online 2.
Yeah. We
Okay,
played a lot of it, obviously.
I was gonna say, man, I don't feel like I got to experience enough of it to say if it's even good or
That's
bad.
what he meant. Yeah, that's what he meant. We barely played it.
We pretty much just went and killed some zombies.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah. I'm interested to see what it's got, but
You're going to play it again this week?
well, because of Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving.
and then Steve's out of
right,
town.
right.
We got 2 weeks off from MMO tours, but when we
Yeah,
do come
I'm
back,
gonna be out of town.
we are gonna
I'm
do
gonna
it.
be out of town the week after.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah.
That's all right. Holiday pause. Everyone expects it. It's
Yeah.
it's time to be with family, time to be out of town, all that stuff. So, that's no big
My
deal.
restaurant is closed on Thanksgiving, and I have found myself in a position this year where I have absolutely nowhere to go on Thanksgiving. So I'm thinking about just streaming all day, just for the hell of it.
There you go.
Hmm.
All right, boys. Let's discuss this. So the main question that was asked in chat that whole time was, we want to hear about the aftermath.
Oh yeah.
But before that, I definitely want to just any thoughts that you want to share about potentially someone doing this challenge or anything like that you want to share before we get into the real cringe of it?
Yeah, I want to say.
I'll say.
Go ahead, Steve. No, go ahead.
Okay. I'll say. I personally, I don't think it's worth it. It wasn't as bad as I mentally built it up that it was going to be, and I think that because I was legit afraid. I was like reading stuff about it and being like, oh man, what if I have a heart attack and I die from this? Like, what if this happens? Like, I was freaking myself out. But and it was really bad. It was horrible, but I didn't die, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be because I am alive, simply because of that. I wouldn't recommend doing it. It's what's really the point? Maybe somebody paid you enough money to make it be worth it.
I'm just gonna say I disagree with what you say. It was as bad as I thought it was gonna be. How it didn't affect you, I don't understand.
It did affect me.
It sucked.
I think Steve thought it was gonna kill him, though. So
yeah, he thought it was gonna kill him, but he just sat there like it was nothing.
He really did handle it like a boss.
You know why? The only reason I went back and watched the video and I was like, man, it really does look like I'm handling it well. But from my perspective, I wasn't kidding when I was saying in the video, like I was really sitting there concentrating on myself to keep breathing because I felt like I was like gonna. Like the very first time I ever got a tattoo. In my subconscious, I stopped breathing for some weird reason. I don't know why, and I almost passed out because of it. And it reminded me of that situation. I was like, I just gotta keep breathing through this. Like that's why I was just sitting there still.
It legit got to a point for me. That's when I went off camera for like not 10 minutes, but like 3 or 4 minutes. I got to the point where I was contemplating going back to tell my wife to call the paramedics because I actually got to the point where I felt I couldn't breathe anymore.
Dang.
Yeah, like it was
so
off stream or when you walked away.
It was when I walked away, but it turned out I just needed to blow my nose because like it clogging my nose up got to the point where it had me like I can't even describe how it felt.
You probably had congestion and it just like blew it all up into like all the canals.
It's not worth it though. Don't do it unless you're getting paid to do it.
I want to say something that I read up on it and nobody mentioned. And I had a feeling that this would be true. But it was way worse than I anticipated. And that's that disgusting taste. It tastes so freaking bad. Like, that was worse to me than the spice level. The spice level hurt, dude. I'm not even going to pretend like it didn't. It was painful. It was just so painful that it doesn't even make sense. Like, I couldn't believe my whole face was, like, tingling. It felt like I'd been to the dentist and, like, I was coming off a...
yeah, it's like your whole face got Novocaine.
Yeah, like I was coming off of Novocaine on my whole face. I did not expect that to happen. But that taste, dude, was so freaking gross.
It was not good.
That would be what I'd be thinking about if I ever had to do it again. I'd be like,
what about you, Nathan and Steve? I don't know about you guys, but I was it hit me during the show. And it probably it got worse as the night went on. But I was having stomach pains while I was moving around to the point where I couldn't even walk anymore.
Dang. No, it didn't. When it first, after it hit my stomach for a little while, it felt like a hot coal in there. But then, like, my stomach just took care of it. It was like it went away.
Dude, I was drinking Pepto. I was eating Tums. Like, dude, it would not stop.
Now, it hurt my stomach. Like Nathan said, it felt like there was a hot coal in there. And then later on, I think I did experience like some light cramping. It hurt.
The cramping is what it was. It was.
But I didn't walk. I just was on the couch like, oh.
Yeah, see, I was trying to move around. Don't move around.
And then like 3 o'clock in the morning happened.
Dude, and we got to talk about that because here's what happened. Okay, Pokemon came out that night, so it's not like I went to bed early, right? I stayed up.
But that wasn't all that came out.
That wasn't the only thing that came out. It was the only launch that night. But I went and laid down in bed, right? And then I felt it, right? And I was thinking, actually, I was like, oh my God, Steve said it could be hours later. I was like, here it comes. Then I was like, no, I think it's actually coming out. Now I only poop once a week, okay? And it was not time for my poop. But I was like, maybe I do have to, maybe it is coming out, right? It was a little confusing to me because it was definitely not my scheduled poop time. So I get up and I go to the bathroom, like, I'll just try.
Time.
And so I'm sitting
Wednesday
on the toilet
at 3 p.m.
at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Thursday. No, yeah, it was Thursday. Yeah. So I'm sitting on the toilet, and and it burned. I've had worse. I think that when you eat raw peppers, the seeds makes it way worse.
I agree.
Even on just a jalapeno, I've eaten tons of fresh jalapenos, and it's been worse than that. But it did burn. It wasn't fun. But anyway, I didn't think I was dying. Sometimes I'm on the toilet and I actually think, like, this is it.
Was
I'm gonna
worse.
tell my wife I love her. I'm dying,
It was worse going in than going out.
Yes,
easily.
way worse. But the funny thing was then I was leaving the bathroom, headed back to bed, and I hear, like, a ding on my phone. I look down at Steve, and he's like, dude, it just passed or whatever. So that means me and Steve were sitting on the toilet at the exact same time, letting it go. So...
Blasting brown.
Blasting brown.
Yeah, hey, this might be too much information, but it came out the exact same color that it went in.
Oh yeah, it did. It was blue.
That blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was weird.
Dude, there had to be so much blue dye on the chip. Because, like, do you see how blue my tongue was? It's like just one
Dude,
chip.
it was blue, yeah. It was crazy.
I have a feeling that there was so much dye on that if, like, our civilization completely falls apart, that, like, aliens come and they're, like, dissecting us, they'll be like, it's a weird thing. Some people have, like, blue dyed bones and organs, and it like, I think that'll be a whole thing. They'll be, like, have to come up with this whole theory and, philosophy behind why some humans are dyed blue on the inside. That's what I think.
Then they'll figure out a way to
permanently. We're gonna die one day, and they're gonna dissect. They're gonna do an autopsy, and they'll be like, maybe they were poisoned. What is all this blue?
They'll be used to it by now.
Okay, Nathan, I need you to write this down. Stroke of genius.
Okay.
From your story, I need you to do a cringe skit where it's you and Steve on the shitter, but in that scene in, like, Fievel, the American Tale, where they're somewhere out there, wish upon a star.
Dude,
oh my god, dude!
Dude, that's so good. I am writing that down.
Oh, it's pure genius. That's all I can see in my head right now is Steven sitting on the toilet and you sitting on the toilet looking at the same star, taking a shit at the same time.
Dude, Steve can sing really good, so we'll make that into a song for sure.
What Sparrow said in chat would be kind of interesting too, though. I doubt she meant this, but have you guys on the toilet, but what's coming out is little Smurfs.
And they're like,
yeah,
they're the ones. They do the chorus. They'll be the ones that do the chorus.
Oh,
me and Steve will sing the verses, and then the Smurfs coming out of us, the little
toilet bowl.
Will be in the
Don't
toilet
worry,
bowl.
the Halloweeny hero will not show up in this one.
Do make sure you put a little clip it of it again. You can use the same footage from the eating of it, so people know what is happening.
Yeah. We'll put it into the lyrics of the song to kind of explain.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's too good of us, like, sitting on the toilet looking out the window at, like, a sparkling star, dude. I can see the whole skit in my brain right now. It's gonna be on next Saturday, guys. Guaranteed. That's happening.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
classic. I can't wait for that.
I gotta find like a good, like, Disney-ish kind of feeling song. We may just do a straight parody. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's going on there.
So good. So good. Let me know if you need help with any words or anything. I'm happy to help with that.
Oh,
it's so good.
By the way, Daimlos.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a project to you, and I know you work a lot. You may not have time, but so you just get to it when you can. Okay. No rush. But I've got a little project I'm gonna send to you. We got plenty of time for this to actually fruition and come on the show, right? But I'm going to go ahead and send it to you now so you do have plenty of time so you can do your thing, okay?
Done deal. Whatever you need me for, I'm happy to help.
Oh, Winter already said she won't sing the poo parts. So Winter,
I'll do it.
I don't know if you guys know this or not, but, like, Winter will sometimes say no about, like, certain skits. They'll be too much, and she'll be like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
She's dealt with enough of that stuff in her life. So. She's done.
Oh, but
she's been around from the beginning. She gets a pass.
Oh, too good. All right. Well, we've already gone through an episode and a half of this, so we'll get this going a little bit early. We did a whole hour-long episode last week. Did you see that?
Yeah, we did.
A whole hour. So
a whole hour.
You did the Dead Pony?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
It was
Hey,
crazy.
I watched it. It's good though. It's good.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
When it just rolls, it just rolls. So, but before we go, I definitely want everyone to kind of around the room. If you're doing anything special this week, Steven, talk about your post Turkey Day, all day stream of Pokemon. Go for it. Whatever you want. Nathan, go ahead. Let these guys think about it. What do you got coming up this week?
Yeah, we've got some Pokemon streams early, and then we got our regular streams that'll be in the evenings. I don't think there's anything major besides the normal stuff that I do. I will likely, you never know, it just depends, but like I'll likely not stream on Thursday, being Thanksgiving. I'll likely just cook turkey, eat turkey, sleep, and be a total lazy piece of crap all day. But if everybody else is even more sleepier than me, then I will stream because everybody will be asleep. And I'll be like, okay, this is a good opportunity to get some stream time in on Thanksgiving. But I will say this also, next Saturday, MMO Cop is back. It's going to be a really good episode. I've worked on it a lot this week, but then Pokemon came out, we'll be honest, and kind of threw off my schedule for making MMO Cop. MMO Cop takes a lot of man hours. So
does catching Pokemon.
Yeah,
we get it.
So does catching
it.
Pokemon. That's right. and I'll tell you what. Here's what Pokemon does to me when it's still fairly new. Is if I have time to play it and I'm not playing it, I'm afraid that I missed a shiny. That's that's in my brain. I'm like, dude, if I'd have played it last night, if I just played Pokemon, I bet I would have seen a shiny. But no, I decided to hang out with the family. Now I didn't get my shiny. So.
And it was a Charizard too, man.
Oh, stop.
Curses.
Very cool. Very cool. Dave, anything going on the channel? You got anything special planned for this week?
I might do a little. I'll probably just do some of my normal videos, and then I'm thinking about doing some MMO streaming with bringing my old cousin Ricky in here. So,
oh, buddy,
see how he can play an MMO.
Get that mullet ready.
Yeah. Now, I want to say something about Pokemon, though, real quick.
Anything.
Nintendo.
This is a Pokemon-friendly show.
Nintendo. I know you're not watching this. No way would you make it this far. But I'm going to talk to you anyway. Dude, why don't you just real multiplayer? Please. Why? Why do we have to wait so long? It's the one game, to be honest, that I've wanted multiplayer in forever. Like real multiplayer. Like I will take even like you go to the main city and you see other people running around. Then you can group with them. Then when they're in your party, then you can go out together. Let us do all the Pokemon things together, though. It's outrageous.
I agree because it's such a perfect. There's so many games out there that you can play multiplayer, but it's like there's not much of a better game for people with kids like myself and you to play multiplayer games with, and they've yet to do it. So.
The lore of the world is perfect for it.
Yeah,
it really is.
And I have one more complaint about Pokemon that Nintendo really needs to get ahead of here. I think you should be able to make a grown man who still lives at home with mom, wakes up, same story, but have a full beard. You can make a big chubby dude if you want to, because you see them out in the world, and you're like, man, I wish I could look like that.
They're everywhere.
My character.
They're everywhere.
And they're playing Pokemon, and I'm not asking for you to make a different story where they live on their own, and make it the same story. Like this guy, he's a late bloomer.
He's a late bloomer.
He's a late bloomer. He's been living with mom. Yeah, they totally should.
I was thinking something like that just the other day, or not the other day. I was thinking that earlier today when I was streaming Pokemon, and I was like, I didn't think about like. Basically, I thought that same thing at the end of the day. I was just like, man, I was just like, I wish you could make your character be like an adult, but then I was like, oh, probably can't do that because of the little storyline. But yeah, just make him a late bloomer.
I really would like to see Steven's real self in the schoolgirl uniform that you're wearing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So,
that'd be perfect.
That would be perfect.
Finally.
What do you think, Nathan? Do you think that Nintendo could give old Visionary Realms a call and have those guys rock out us a Pokemon MMO for us?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Visionary Realms is the team for Pokemon, and let me explain why. Let me explain why. It's not because they don't have the talent. It's because they need to get freaking Pantheon out. They ain't got time.
Get fucking Pantheon out.
They don't got no time. They got no time for no Pokemon right now.
They definitely don't have time to go down to the store, get some Malachite, and play a fucking mage. They got to be making Pantheon.
Yeah, that's right. Make that Pantheon. Then you can do other things, guys. But until then, chop chop.
What? Okay. What do you think about this? The Summoner class is actually a Pokemon trainer. So you summon, you got 6 beasts, and those are your summon beasts.
Yeah, dude.
And that's the Summoner.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'm instantly switching classes.
And make it to where you gotta pick 4 abilities as well.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
you got to catch them all.
Gotta
You
catch them all.
have to catch them all.
It'll be the Summoner's code. Got to catch them all.
Or maybe that's how the Ranger could play, because the Ranger has like the little pets that do things, so they could just be in little Pokeballs. So boom, there's my hawk. Boom, Pokeball. There's my ferret that climbs up a tree and finds something. I think everyone would be a Ranger. I would definitely change to a Ranger if they had Pokeballs.
Yeah. I think the
Sorry,
community
Pantheon,
would be
I didn't mean
pissed.
to slander your game.
I think the community would be pissed about that, though.
Yeah, probably a little bit, but it's fucking Pokemon. Come on, Pantheon people, it's Pokemon.
Dude, you
They
never
both start
know.
with P.
You never know. Joppa may play it and be like, you know what? Some things
He's
I like
busy
about-
playing EverQuest right now. He's playing on Thornblade.
Is he really?
Well, he said that in the last. Oh yeah, you were streaming, so go back and watch the last thing. The dude is. I'm already the treasurer of the fangirl club of Joppa, and Sparrow's in the audience as the president. But yeah, that guy. He said he is playing a level 70 Shadow Knight, which means one thing: he is on either Thornblade or Mischief, playing a Shadow Knight, and it's got to be Mischief. He's not on Thornblade. There's no way that he would still be around and be on Thornblade, but. Transfer your character, Joppa.
Or
come to Thornblade.
Now
let's group.
I'll say this.
I know you're not watching.
I'll say
but
this.
Please come.
I'll say this about Joppa. He works a lot, so he has to be playing like on his little slim downtime, right? Because he's a hardworking guy. It may be his character all the way back from Eridune, because he did roll up a character on Eridune.
But they would be like 90.
That means he's not
They're
max
a year
level.
ahead.
That would mean he's not max level then.
Well, maybe. But Eridune, Eridune was two years ago.
2 years ago.
So
yeah.
they'd be near live. You know, he's got to be probably a level 100. So
It's
he
true.
said specifically level 70, and that is where we are at, level 70. So I think he's on Mischief.
Sparrow says,
That's
Sparrow says, don't you go messing with her Ranger, Daimless. Go play an effing mage.
Yeah, go play the mage.
Pokemon Rise of the
Get
Fall.
your Pokeballs out of my Ranger and go play a fucking mage.
Oh god.
Yeah, anyway, Joppa, I know you're not watching, but please come to Thornblade. I will power level you. I will give you can come on, kill dragons with us. It'll be fun.
And keep it a secret, too, of who you are.
Oh yeah. Don't tell me that you are you. Because that'll give it all away.
Hey, I just saw an update that Fractured Online is going to introduce a Pokemon system.
And we're back. Nathan, start it up. Fractured Online.
Dude, Fractured Online is... It's got to be the biggest disappointment. And I'll tell you what, they had some really good ideas with the different places and, you know, PvE here, PvP here, a little combo here. And I was really like, man, it's a great idea. And then they started talking like, yeah, we're going to be like UO. We're going to be like an open world, you know, like a sandbox kind of game. Dude, you cannot be a sandbox. Number one, if you don't have any NPCs. That's outrageous. Outrageous. Number two, like, it was so stupid logging into Fractured and your first town, empty. Nobody's there. There's a couple of players running through. Who built these buildings? Where did this town come from? Nobody. It was like playing an apocalyptic game.
There's like ghost towns basically in the game.
Because there's no
What?
NPCs. There's no NPCs. You can't even, like, you can't do nothing. There's not even, like, you can't even talk to tables to do, like, crafting or anything. There's nothing. It's players or nothing. And I don't know. That game's just, it's awful. In the controls, oh my gosh. Here's what bothers me. If Ultima Online figured out how to do clicking controls with the mouse, where you can control the whole game with the mouse if you want to, totally fine. In 1998, then how is it that Fractured can't do it in 2022? That is outrageous. Imagine if Pantheon couldn't even do what EverQuest did in 1999. How pissed we would be. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what, Nathan? You get me a little heated here, because I am so sick and tired of hearing these developers be like, "Oh, this game's the next Ultima Online. It's open world sandbox, blah blah blah." But then they come out and they literally have nothing that made Ultima Online what it was.
Yeah.
Other than it being sandbox.
Yeah, if you can't drop an item on the ground and it be on the ground, then you're not Ultima Online. Get out of here. Get out of here.
That's just one of many things.
Build houses anywhere. Just do anything you want.
Can you write a living? Can you write a book and then put it on a shelf? Or like Steve used to. Steve used to write books, little short stories.
Steve had a bookstore.
And toss them all over town. He had a bookstore where he sold his books. He would have events there where
he played as
nights.
Jesus Christ in the game for a little while in the town.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That was when you first showed me the game, actually. It was with that character. You had a little sermon.
But seriously, though, I mean, like, I want a game again where it's like, you know what, I don't feel like doing the old classic.
You can do anything. Anything.
I want to sit down and write a book and sell it to the players, and they can pick it up.
It's not only that though, but you could, if you didn't want to do crafting, you didn't have to do crafting if you didn't want to fight. You could literally go be a lumberjack and make so much money just off being a lumberjack that you could have a ton of fun in the game.
Because the game was so community focused. The game was so community focused. It's like you might become a famous lumberjack on the server, where everybody's telling tales of you and stuff.
Being like, "Oh, go get lumber from Tri Brothers Supply. He's the best."
Yeah. And
like I remember logging into Ultima Online, and I would just like go to the bank or something and be like putting stuff in there and like sorting through some things, and like somebody would walk up to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, are you the legendary scribe Harsmeld?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." And they're like, "I've read all of your books." Like, it was crazy, man.
Yeah, they collected.
You know, that's something I've said before on this show too, though. Not on this show, but to you guys, is Ultima Online still like honors that community to where, and the game is a shell of what it used to be. But I mean, there's still a ton of people on like Atlantic, but there's every server where somebody who used to play like Tri Brother Supply, for example, or these people that used to play for, you know, since the beginning for 10, 15 years, there's memorials for them. These people who have passed on in real life, like, they've closed down the area that you could build a house and built memorials for these people, the game developers. And that's just really neat to see in a game that, you know, loves the community that much and still pushes that.
Think about it like this. This guy that he's talking about, he mentioned, like, he passed away, unfortunately, but he was a guy that we knew from the game. We didn't know him in real life or anything. His character's name was Tri Brothers Supply, right? And this guy was known for being like a legendary merchant. The guy was a merchant.
That's all he did. He never fought. Never fought one time.
And he was famous on the server.
Yeah. And you could totally do that. That was a big thing in Ultima Online.
I just wish there was another game that came out like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Makes me say it. I'm gonna cry.
Oh man. Oh man. Well, hopefully the wait is not too much longer. I feel your pain, but I know what's in the future, and I don't know.
One day, somebody's
gonna be like, you know what? This game is still alive. People still pay money every month to play this game that's pretty much the original MMO, and nobody's tried to copy it.
Yeah.
That blows my mind.
Well, they've tried, but
they do try to copy it. They take away all the things that they don't understand. What makes the game so good.
Yeah, the closest anybody ever got, in my opinion, and people say Mortal Online's very, 2 is very much like it, but I haven't played enough to know. The closest I know about is Legends of Aria, but it still didn't come. It maybe got to maybe 30% at best.
Which is not a lot.
Yeah.
No, not enough.
So yeah.
Hopefully we've got a couple games coming out that may blow our minds, and We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll just see.
Definitely, although it's not that style of game, Pantheon Rise of Fallen will definitely.
I mean, I'm excited about Pantheon
Dave and
too.
Steve
so.
are gonna love it. Yeah,
for sure. Faux show. All right, Nathan. Steven, did we get to you? I don't remember.
On what? I forgot what we were talking about.
What are you doing this week?
Oh, just doing work stuff. We're closed on Thanksgiving. I'll probably be streaming throughout the week randomly here and there. Doing a little switching with Steve. And
do some like and subscribes.
Yeah. Check out my channel, folks. Especially for like Nintendo Switch. I seem to lean towards playing my Switch.
It's a
At
great
least for
system.
now.
I'm ready for the next one. We're at the time. It's time for a new one. They take all that Switch Pro stuff and get it into the next one.
Yes.
You know what I worry? I know we're trying to wrap it up here, but I'm worried that Nintendo's going to pull a classic Nintendo move, and their next console's not even going to be anything like the Switch at all.
They might.
That would be like it'll be like the Nintendo 64.
No, like if they come out with another not
gimmick.
exactly, but a Wii.
Yeah, a gimmick of some sort.
Game
yeah.
changing.
I hope they don't, because they pretty much have that with the Switch.
Yeah.
But I don't mean like they're going to come out with another Wii. I just mean like, the new Nintendo console has to have this crazy thing.
I think Nintendo's figured out that their bread and butter is handhelds that you can use on your TV.
I hope they did figure that. I do a little bit worry though.
Here's the thing about Nintendo.
Nintendo's track record of that is crazy.
Yeah, their track record is, that worked, cool. Let's just do something different now. So
that's true too, man.
You never know.
Unless it's putting out Pokemon games, then it's the same game every other
Yeah,
year.
no, they're okay with that, and they're also okay with re-releasing a game exactly how it was, but making you buy it for every console. They're really, really, really good at that.
They love to do that too.
I mean, I don't know how many times I bought Mario 64. I bought it every single time it's been available.
At least this time they put together the Cowabunga collection so I could have all my Ninja Turtle games in one game.
Dude,
I still want to pick that up.
True.
How cool is it to be able to play, by the way, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on Nintendo? Not the arcade one, but the side-scrolling one that was hard as crap. It was.
It is insanely hard.
Insanely hard, but you can turn on a mode where it has no slowdown, and you just wouldn't believe how big of a difference that makes playing that game and how much further you can get. It's
really?
nuts. Yeah. You know how the bad guys would be vanishing all the time and stuff on the original?
Yeah.
It gets rid of all that. It's like super smooth, and you just wouldn't believe how bad that was messing you up. I got really far in that game in a night.
That's wild.
Chat said something interesting real quick.
Nintendo VR? That feels...
That'd be really cool in a Nintendo style game.
There's one problem.
The Virtual Boy already
Virtual
happened.
Boy!
Yeah, Virtual Boy.
Okay, we're talking about,
they
modern
pioneered
VR here.
Dude, they pioneered it. But I will say this: there's one problem with them going VR. Nintendo has said multiple times we're no longer trying to have the best hardware. In VR, to compete, you need really good hardware. You need a really good GPU because the PSVR 2 is pretty freaking beefy. And then they've got competition there, right? Nintendo now has found like this success in like carving their own path.
Steam Deck. Ooh.
Steam Deck, right?
Scares me.
But here's the deal: Nintendo doesn't have to compete with graphics on regular
It's their
games.
titles.
Yeah, because they got Mario, they got Metroid, they got Zelda.
Nintendo can literally live off their exclusives.
Oh yeah. They're in a really good position. But VR,
I don't want Nintendo to be VR.
yeah,
honestly.
I don't either. If they went VR, that would really mess up their Mario series. I feel like Zelda could translate pretty well. I feel like Metroid Prime could. But it would mess up the 2D Metroid, which is most people's favorite. I just can't see it because of the what it would do to their franchises. Now, with that said, Nintendo's the only company that took their franchises straight into 3D flawlessly. So the last time there was a big hurdle to jump, like getting 2D games, making them cool in 3D, Nintendo aced it, dude. They didn't even have a single flop up. Look at Sega. They still haven't figured out how to make Sonic in 3D.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
It's been 20
it's
years.
Sega though, so it's Sega.
Have you played the new one yet though? Frontiers, Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's still not like it's okay. It's just like, well, good job, guys. It's good enough. But it's not like,
yeah,
it's not gonna change your mind and make Sonic some cool
like
new
a
thing.
revolutionary Sonic game.
You're right. The
or
movie
something.
was more revolutionary than this game. This game is just
I mean, I still think the old games are better.
Yeah.
The old games were better.
They were better.
That's why the best new Sonic game that has come out in any recent times, in fact, is Sonic Mania.
And that wasn't made by Sega. That was made by
It
fans.
wasn't?
No, fans made it, and Sega licensed it.
Wow.
They liked it so much they were paid.
Oh my gosh,
they paid
really?
them. Yeah, they paid them
I
big
didn't
money.
realize that.
Yeah, it was made by some fans, and Sega was like,
Wow,
"Whoa,
that's sad.
You guys are nailing it." So they gave them a crap load of money, and they made Sonic Mania.
Yeah, Sonic Mania was sweet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
All
just
right,
sad to hear
Nathan, what do you think? we ended up going an hour anyway.
Yeah,
So,
so
I
it
tried to
happens.
wrap it up solid 15 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and then
I know.
fucking Pokemon.
I know a lot of you guys
I
got to
tell you
get.
what.
I know a lot of you guys got to work, so we'll wrap it up real
No,
quick.
just me. I'm the only one.
No, me too.
Yeah, Steve.
Oh, you
too.
got to work tomorrow too?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always work on Sunday
I got to sleep in.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we are going to restart CringePony TV season 2, episode 5 for any late bloomers. People got here late. I always replay it. And of course,